Hey guys, hoping all is well with everyone. In this video, we're going to be continuing the read-along of the 7th level by Jody Feldman. And the last time we completed Chapter 6, so today we're going to be starting with Chapter 7. And in the last video, we ended where Travis had met up back with Maddie and Kip and basically explained his wonderful scenario meeting with the assistant principal and his punishments. And let's continue on with Chapter 7. As always, I'll be showing you guys any pictures as we come across them, but please feel free to follow along. Chapter 7. Just 2 classes left today and still no legend event. When I get to Mrs. Bloom's science room, I walk straight to her. Is there going to be a legend thing or not? She smiles. The legend doesn't make a habit of telling us teacher types much. Yeah, right. I point to the non-shiny blue envelope on the lab table in front of her. She turns it over so I can see what it says on the other side. Open only when instructed. I haven't been instructed yet, she says. Believe it or not, legend information comes on a need-to-know basis. Most of us don't even know who's in the group. She gives me a small push toward my table. Sit, Travis. Be patient. Be patient? I hate that, especially when it's only my option, but I can't afford to get in trouble again. I sit. Mrs. Bloom's room is probably the most interesting in the school, with lab tables, microscopes, Bunsen burners, ecosystem displays, a static electricity maker, a rainbow tube, the periodic table of elements, Whiskers the live rabbit, dead taxidermist stuffed animals, and the toxic closet, the one that equals instant expulsion if anyone breaks in. It's even locked with some thick circle-stamped metal bar. It's way past time for class to start, but Mrs. Bloom's just sitting there, thumbing through our textbook. Either she totally spaced out, or the intercom crackles. Faculty, please open your envelopes. She does, in slow motion. Please bring your class to the cafeteria, she finally reads. Then she leads us out to the door. I wonder how they'll pick every kid at Lauer into the cafeteria without suspending half of us from the ceiling. But then a bunch of classes veer toward the gym. We stop at the cafeteria doors, which have been transformed into archways of canned food. When did they do that? How? And who? Was anyone missing from class? Great. I didn't pay attention. Hey, Natalie! She always pays attention. I weave around a few kids to get to her. Anyone missing from your classes this afternoon? I don't think so. Why? Legend people. Someone had to set all this up. Drat. She looks around. What? I always thought Zoe was in it, but she was in a class the whole time. So was Amos. I'm glad I'm not the only one who obsesses over things like that. This guy, Mick, is standing right next to me. I helped do it. Me and the janitors and about 10 other people in my gym class. And believe me, none of us are in the legend. They lead us in, and the cafeteria is empty except for 20 clear glass booths and 3 long tables spaced around the room. They make us sit on the floor, which also means on the grease of 83 trillion squashed french fries. But who cares? It's the legend. Principal Wilkins goes through his welcome and behave speech. If he'd move right to the interesting part, he wouldn't need to tell us to behave. No one's paying attention, but then Mr. McKenzie rolls a huge TV to the middle of the floor. It gets quiet until we hear screams coming all the way from the gym, so we get noisy too. Principal Wilkins gives up and hits a button on the remote. A huge green dollar bill appears on the screen. Then music plays, and some guy singing about money. Money, 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 money. The dollar bill starts fading in the background, and the guy... Ah! It's Chase Maclin! No mistaking his messy black hair, black t-shirt, gold guitar, and trademark tiger chain. We're all shocked it's Chase Maclin, but no one should be. He graduated from Lauer Middle and Lauer High School, and he's back in town sometimes. Rumor has it he has a recording studio. Hello, Lauer Middle School, he says from the screen. Screams peak. He signals us to quiet down. I guess international rock stars know how kids will react because it's not like he sees us. I'll keep this short, he says, because you only have till the end of the school day today to collect money for the food bank. I probably groaned the loudest. The legend cannot turn boring on me. Not now. Chase zooms so close to the camera, his face gets all distorted. Stop complaining. We laugh. Most of you aren't hungry. I am. I yell, but I'm not the only one. Who said that? It's like Chase knows us. But seriously, Lauer, he backs away from the camera. People go hungry, really hungry, every day of the year. You guys who collected 7,000 cans before Thanksgiving, even you have forgotten the food pantry shelves empty out. Today, it's our mission to fill them up. We stay quiet. And that's where the fun comes in. Chase motions for us, or the camera, to follow him. You didn't think we'd forget the fun. He shakes his head. You gotta have faith, man. He closes himself inside a glass booth like one's here. Watch this. Suddenly he disappears behind clouds of money blowing around. Then we see his hand catching some, and more and more. Soon the money stops blowing, and Chase comes out with handful of dollars. You'll each have 30 seconds to catch as much as you can. Half the money you grab will go to the food bank, and if you want to keep the other half, Chase grins, waits for a few seconds to let the cheers die down, and taps his watch. But if you turn in all your money, you might win prizes that are worth more than a few bucks you'll keep. Your choice. See ya. He walks off the screen. Principal Wilkins steps in and tries to tell us which classes are assigned to which money booths, but he gives up. Kip and I stand together. Apparently Maddie's class went to the gym, and we study people trying to catch the bills. It doesn't look as easy as Chase made it seem. Maybe he practiced or he had more money in his booth. We decide to forget the money that falls to the ground because it blows back up right away. We'll concentrate on the bills flying between our stomachs and eyes. Kip and I mimic the guy in the booth, trying to snatch money out of the air, but I stopped to rub my arms. I couldn't play ball today even if I wanted to. Because, Kip says, if you're trying to get ready for a game, you probably shouldn't go hanging off buildings. Natalie and Marco and some other people turn and laugh. Here's more advice, Marco says. Next time, make a legend person do it. Or Randall. I'm getting to like this guy. Hey, Randall, Marco calls him over. Travis has sore arms from yesterday. So, says Randall. Marco rolls his eyes. Just want to give you credit, big guy. I don't care if Marco's trying to suck up to him. I won't give Randall any credit for my pain. It wasn't the roof, I say. It was the toilet paper. By the time I finish telling him the story, they probably think I carried 800 cases of toilet paper to the storeroom, plus 80 more upstairs to that pipe room near the teacher's lounge. Most of the way through the story, Kip steps into the booth. He's grabbing everything. How great is this? I say. It's cool, says Marco. But why does the legend get the glory when anyone can run a money machine? Still, I say, what other school gets to do what we do? Kip's buzzer goes off, and he points to me with two fistfuls of dollars. Your turn. Mr. Gunner reminds me I can't touch any money on the ground until the wind blows and the green light flashes, and I need to freeze when I hear the buzzer and see the red light or lose my turn and everything I've caught. He opens the door. It might be my imagination, but I think he's watching me harder than he watched anyone else. Wind, money, green, go! I ignore the pain and grab air, concentrate. Got one. Another. Gonna lose them if I open my hands too much. Another! Stuff all three into my pockets. Grab, stuff, grab, stuff. More. Bzzz. I bend a little backward and catch a fluttering down dollar on my chest. Mr. Gunner opens the door. Can I keep this one too? He gives me a look. I'm donating every dollar. I promise. We both are, says Kip, who waited for me. Mr. Gunner plucks the bill off my chest and motions for me to step out. I can't punish such flexibility. He hands me the dollar. Kip and I head to the tables, returning everything. We each caught $18, and I ask who got the most so far. Over there, he got 25. The teacher points to Randall. Figures. We fill out our entry forms and stick them into a prize drawing box that shows that we can win pizza party, random school supplies, double lunch period, and playlist composer for before school music. Then at the bottom, grand prize, box of mystery items, all autographed by Chase Maclin. Value at least $700. To qualify for this additional prize, bring in 5 cans of food by Monday. Kip nods his head and just says, "Cool," in typical Kipness. Me, I'm jumping on his back. More than cool. Awesome. What do you think's in there? What's worth at least $700? Kip shrugs, but I'm still bouncing. Not only could I win, but I don't have to haul 5 cans of food all the way here on my bicycle. I have a ride in the morning. Now I just need a way to survive the rest of detention and figure out where I'm supposed to take that math sheet circle. Chapter 8. After school, I'm back in my dungeon and itching to pull out my math sheet, but I'm not alone. But the way Mrs. Pinchin's hitting her keyboard, she wouldn't notice the difference between mystery math, homework math, and fireworks. I take the chance. 1035, 828, 621, 414, underscore, dot, 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 8, 16, underscore, 64, 128, dot, 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 minus 51, 32, underscore, 14, 25, 16, 17, 18 minus, dot, 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 4, 9, underscore, 25, 36, dot, dot, dot. The problem at the very left. In preschool, I thought it was brilliant when my mom taught me 1 plus 1 is 2 and 2 plus 2 is 4. I got all the way to 128 plus 128, which I thought was the highest anyone could add until she told me about 256 plus 256. I write 32 in the blank. Back at the top, all the numbers decrease. Minus 207, minus 207, and please, if you're gonna give me a test, give me a real test. Okay, no lame word problems either. I write in 207. I look at the clock. If Travis has 4 math problems and solves the first 2 in 3 minutes, how long will it take him to finish them all? 6 minutes. Ding, ding, ding. Give that boy a prize. At this rate, I'll be done by 3:15 with only social studies homework left. Time to waste time. I slip down, flop my neck over the chair back, stick out my legs, and feel like the slidey part of a playground slide. My stomach bubbles. I poke it near my belly button, and it speaks to me. Why did I let Kip eat my sandwich? It would taste amazing now. Cardboard would taste amazing now. And no way she'll let me out to grab my emergency Three Musketeers bar. I poke my stomach again. This time, it yells. "Travis?" says Mrs. Pinchin. I sit up. "Sorry." "That's okay," she smiles. A real smile. "I should have thought about feeding you. We have vending machines in the teacher's lounge, but you know that." I start to give her one of my best fake grins, but any principal who can joke with me deserves a real one. "So, what's your poison?" she says. "My poison?" She gives a laugh. "No worries, Travis. It's a simple figure of speech. What would you like to eat?" "I know," I say. "My grandma used to say that." "Your grandma, huh? And what did you tell her?" "Cookies!" "We have cookies," she says. "What's your favorite? Oatmeal? Chocolate chip?" "Either's fine," I say. "The machine won't have my favorite anyway. Moon cookies." Mrs. Pinchin looks at me like I spoke in Martian. "Moon pies, you mean? Closest we have are chocolate-covered Oreos." "No, I mean moon cookies, which look like moons because they're round and white and have poppy seed craters. My mom and I have been trying to make them the right way since my grandma died, but we haven't figured out the recipe yet. Sorry, she says like she really means it. No moon cookies in the machine. She starts around her desk toward the paper. I throw my backpack over it and then rummage around to see if I can come up with any money. How much is stuff in the machine? Don't worry about it, she says, heading toward the door. Principals have power over school vending machines. I don't know if she's kidding or not, but my stomach's relieved. Can't even find a penny. So, chocolate chips? Oreos? No, I say. Only moon cookies would taste good to my tongue right now. So, if there's something cheesy in there, like my cheese sandwich conveniently digesting in Kip's stomach, I'll be back. I wish she'd find moon cookies. My mom made a batch last night but accidentally sprinkled the tops with salt instead of sugar, so we threw them all out and why am I just sitting here? Even if Mrs. Pinchin jogs all the way upstairs, down 2 halls, gets me something to eat and rushes back, she'll be gone for at least 3 minutes. Maybe her computer has something about the legend or Chase's mystery box, or even why Randall gets away with everything, including knocking me into the bushes after practice last week. I could unload for 3 hours about everything he's done, starting with Kip's cap, but I'm not a snitch. Neither's her computer. Whatever's on screen is disguised behind some jungle screen she must have clicked on before she got up. I'd minimize it, but there's no telling if I could click it back in time. Goodbye, spying. Back to mystery math. I look at the next problem. 51, 32, blank, 14, 25, 16, 17, 18. The numbers go down, then up, then down, then up. I write in the differences. 51 minus 19, 32, blank, 14 plus 11, 25, minus 9, 16, plus 1, 17, plus 1, 18. No pattern. No hint of a clue of a pattern except random nines and ones. No way to add or subtract or multiply or divide to get to the next number. Forget this one. Next. Dot, dot, dot. 4, 9, blank, 25, 36. At least these numbers don't seesaw. The office door swings open, and Mrs. Pinchin puts a bag of cheddar goldfish and a carton of orange juice on my table. I'd rather it be a can of orange soda, but I don't say that. Sort of an orange theme, huh? I say. Thanks. She nods, all businesslike, then she pounds away at her keyboard, frowning. What'd I do? I thought we were making progress. I don't want to cause a backslide, so I try to open the goldfish without making noise. Silent crunching is just as hopeless, but if I chew when she types, the sounds blend together. I keep eating and sipping, and the orange energy clicks my brain into gear. 4, 9, blank, 25, 36 is obvious now. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, which I write in the space before the 5 squared and the 6 squared. So, one more to go and I'm done? Or am I? There has to be something else here, or I won't know where to take the circle and get the further instructions they promised in the rules. I stare at Mrs. Pinchin's bag. Maybe I give the circle to her. Okay, Mrs. Pinchin, I'll solve that last problem. Give you a circle and everyone'll break dance. Mr. Raines. Sorry, I got a funny picture in my mind and my voice burst. I could use something funny about now. Why don't you share? That I'm picturing you on the floor, twirling on your back with your shoes getting caught in your skirt. It's not that funny. You mean I wouldn't think it funny? I'll just go back to my math now. Suit yourself. 51, 32, blank, 14, 25, 16, 17, 18. This problem is different than the others. It has 7 numbers and 1 fill in the blank. The others have 4 numbers and those 3 dot whatchamacallits. What do they mean? Mrs. Pinchin, I wait for her to look up. What do you call those 3 dots that sometimes come at the end of a sentence? Ellipsis? That's it. May I please borrow your dictionary again? Keep it on the table through Friday, she says, then head to the door. Be right back. I should break dance, but I find ellipsis, which is a symbol for and so on. Okay, so in the easy problems, numbers come before and after what's shown, but the numbers in the impossible problem are the only ones allowed. What do they have in common? Nothing. I go back to my slide position and hold the paper way above my face. Am I going bonkers? Is it too much blood rushing to my eyes? I see letters shining through. I turn the sheet over. Either someone's dyslexic or in kindergarten because on the flip side, I see 2 backward R's and 1 backward L. A number sign too. I turn the paper back, hold it toward the light, and the number sign shines through over the first answer blank. The letters appear under the other 3 answer spaces. R, L, R, period. I'm so close to figuring this out. My brain starts to tingle. 51, 32, blank, 14, 25, 16, 17, 18. I know what I'm missing. All the numbers that are here except 9 and 0. Is that a clue? Is the mystery number 90? No, too random. The other sequences have patterns. Ooh, so does this one. 5, 1, 3, 2. Something 3, maybe? 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8. All right. But what's the pattern to the first digit of each number? 5, 3, something? 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. No pattern. Maybe the answer will fly into my brain if I write what I have so far. 32, blank, 16, RLR. Where have I seen something like this? Something set up with the RLR. What do the letters stand for? R. Rains, roar, ransom, ruler, river, ripper, rip, rip, rip. Wanna rip the paper. That'd get me somewhere. Yeah, right. Right. Right? Right, left, right? I look at the original puzzle again. Why didn't I notice those before? Dashes. I add them in. 32 dash blank dash 16 RLR. I know this! A locker combination! Locker 207. 32 right. Something left. 16 right. Hoo-ha! If the middle number is something 3, and if it's a school lock, it can only be 3, 13, 23, or 33. I can spin that lock open in a flash. That triangle spreads up and down my legs. I need to run to locker 207 and see if my further instructions are there. First, though, I need to escape this dungeon legally. And that is where I will stop the video there. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And we'll be starting off with chapter 9 next time, where we continue the read along of the 7th level by Jody Feldman. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, please take good care of yourselves. And I look forward to seeing you soon.